Wait a minute, something's a little off here. He's killing everybody, and Satan didn't kill anybody. And so we have to really take a look. And the deeper I dug into Deuteronomy, then I realized there's something wrong. What it was at that moment, I couldn't figure out, but I just knew something was a little off. I dabbled in it again later on to see maybe if there was something that I missed. And again, later on in my life, in my late 20s, I said, just doesn't make any sense. There's too many question marks. And every time you ask a question, they say, don't question God. Don't question the Lord. Blind faith. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to put all of my eternity into one book, if I'm saying this one book is going to lead me to eternity, and I don't know everything about it, every aspect about it, I can't question it, I can't dig deeper to get more knowledge out of it, then I think there's something wrong with that. I think there's something being hidden from me. And I'd rather be able to dig deeper, get more knowledge, get more understanding, versus people shunning me away from trying to dig deeper to get more answers. And I think that's a big problem. And I think the people that are shunning away and stopping you from getting those answers don't have the answers themselves.
When you went through this journey that you're going through, are your parents seeing you go through the self-actualization where you're having your own philosophies? Are they watching you, witnessing you going through this?
Oh, yeah.
So how old were you when they're watching this?
Pretty much from 7 all the way up. I mean, they gradually saw me changing. When I was 7 years old, I realized one thing. This is what's changed my whole life. My friends kept going to the ice cream truck. They had money every day, even though we were in the ghetto, poor, broke. We had nothing. We were getting money donated to us from local church and other people in the neighborhood. And we were taking showers outside in the backyard because we didn't have water on. We plugged the hose into our neighbor's house. And I'm saying, how in the hell can they afford the ice cream truck every single day? So I go outside and I say to myself, there's got to be something I can do. I said, I'm going to go inside and get all my toys. I put all my toys in an old Winn-Dixie milk crate, and I went door to door. I violated my mom's rules about leaving the circumference house. And I went door to door around the whole block. I squared the block and asked for donations in exchange for my toys. And so I sold all my toys that day, and I ended up with like $13 in change. And I went to the ice cream truck, and I got my bazooka bubble gum with my comic strip inside of it, and I realized something. I said, wow, I'm going to save myself. There's nobody coming to save me. I am my own savior. And that changed my life forever. And that same
7 years old.
7 years old. My mom saw me standing in the picture window of the house we were renting, and I had a couple of dollars in my hand. She said, "What's wrong, son?" I said, "I don't belong here. I'm getting out."
Yeah, I don't belong, meaning in the community, in the ghetto that you're talking about. Who hurt you at that age?
Nobody hurt me. It was tough moving there because coming from New York to Miami, my accent was a New York accent. Their accent was a southern drawl. I didn't understand what they were saying. They couldn't understand what I was saying, so they thought I was being bougie. Had to fight a lot. Initially. Then I started making friends later, but I had to prove myself that I could fight. Right?
I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Holes in my shoes. We put cardboard inside the shoes to keep our feet from touching the street. It was pretty tough. I had 2 pairs of pants. I would bleach them, and then I would dye them with a rich dye. I would get picked on in school for not having any pants, so that would change the colors every few days to make it look like I had a lot of pants. My shirt, I had one LaCroix Sportif alligator. I would unstitch it and restitch it over the Bobo shirts just to make it look like I had some kind of style to keep the people from picking on me. But it got me through the school,
Your parents, do you have any resentment towards them?
Not really. Looking back now, I realize they did the best that they could do. My father was a drug addict and alcoholic, but understanding now mental health, I understand that he was severely depressed. His father walked out when he was a little kid. He said he was going to get a pack of cigarettes and never came back. And his mom died when he was only 16. And that just took him over the edge, So his whole thing was trying to cover and mask his pain. I get it now. I'm older now. I can see what the cause of his illness was, if there was an illness. And my mom, she went through some things in her own household that I found out just maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, with one of the people in my family, one of the men in my family, raping a lot of women in my family on her side. So she went through a lot of.
Let's go.
So we had 2 people that dealing with severe trauma that were in a relationship together and just trying to hold on.